Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Stop deciding what's good or what's bad for other people, especially in a karmic sense. This reminds me of a story that I heard several years ago, but really struck me. And how it goes is that there was once a farmer, and he had one horse on his land, a cherished horse. One day, this horse found a way to escape. He took off and just ran away. And when the people in the village found out about this, they were immediately lamenting for the farmer. Oh my gosh, your horse ran away. We know how important that horse was to you. We feel so bad for you in this current situation that you're in. A few days pass, and the horse actually comes back. Not only does the horse come back, but as he was roaming out in the wild, two wild horses followed him. So now this farmer has three horses where before he only had one. And when the villagers saw this, they were elated. Wow, you have three horses. This is incredible. You only had one before. Now you have three times as many. We are so happy for you. Again, a few days pass, and the farmer's son decides that he's going to start training one of these wild horses. So he gets on the wild horse and he's starting to condition him to be trained for riding. But because the horse is wild, he starts jumping around, bucking, going crazy, and the farmer's son falls off the horse. And when he falls off the horse, he breaks his arm. When the villagers find out about this, they say, "What a catastrophe. Your only son, he fell down, he broke his arm. This is a horrible situation. We feel so bad for you." A few days pass. There's a war going on at the time. And so the army is going door to door and they are recruiting the eldest sons of the people in the village so that they could go fight in the army for this war. And as they go to the farmer's house, they knock on the door and they say, "We're here for your son. We need him to be in the army. Obviously, we have a war going on." And when the farmer steps to the side, they get an opportunity to see his son. And when they see his son, they immediately see that he's injured. They see that his arm is broken. And when they look at him, they say, "Obviously, you're not fit for combat. You can't be in the war." So they move on and work their way, to other houses in the village. And when the villagers hear about this, they approach the farmer and they say, "Wow, your son didn't have to go to war. Aren't you lucky? You are so fortunate. Our sons had to go to war and we are so worried about him. You're such a lucky person." And so essentially the theme of this story is that we often make these judgments about what's good or bad when it comes to another person's situation. But the reality is we have no idea. We can make an educated guess, but typically time will reveal what's ultimately good or bad for somebody's life, if it's an event, or good or bad for somebody's life if it comes to a specific situation. And it just keeps your hands clean, I believe, from feeling the need to constantly be making judgments. Our mind is always wanting to analyze everything that we're seeing, compartmentalize that information. And so we'll often take things and immediately want to put labels on it. This is good, this is bad, this is great, this is awful. And so anything you could do to not have to engage in that process, I find, is just conducive to a more peaceful way of being on a day-to-day basis. Rich may not mean good. Poor may not mean bad. Marriage may not mean good. Single may not mean bad. It goes on and on and on. Going to college may not be good. Just starting your own business may not be bad. And ultimately, we don't have to chime in on these subjects. We can remain neutral and just allow time to tell. That's all I got for this one. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.